Hello, everybody, and welcome to a yeah or meh wall. We've got this steel horse kickoff prize wall, and we want to keep in mind that this prize wall is very limited. It's the month-long currency that is only available for the first week. So we've got big decisions to make week one that are going to affect us throughout the MLC. So, first of all, we want to decide if we're even going to grab anything from here. And let's do a little yeah or meh. We're going to say yes. That's a big price point, but he's been a lot more obtainable to some people. I decided to chase Vakur instead of him, but it is time to show him some love, especially because I could get him from prize wall currency, versus having to loot pool and Machar recruit him the long way. I'm going to go ahead and do something that is kind of, we're going to put a yeah, but meh. Here's why. She gets reversed by a lot of things. Okay. She's very strong, but she gets reversed by a lot of things. So it's one of those that before you jump into a match, you've got to watch for her reversals. She does have another way to play where you use a Maze Crown and a what is it? New Era Plate that cascades the board and steals a lot of health. It's very close to her gem damage setup. It's just not as every time, consistent. It's fairly consistent, but it's not 100%. And because of that, it's just meh. Now, that health steal will still do 100 million. But we're starting to look at people that are having 300, 500 million health. We have to find better ways to combat it. And there's just equal to or better than EO out there. So, is she good? Yes. Would I spend that amount of prize wall to get her? Probably not. JBL? Absolutely. And why? Because he's still the best. He is the GOAT of the tricksters. There's no wrong way to play JBL. Right? And his gears are available on the next wall. But keep in mind that it is the same tokens. So are you going to be able to get 45k in order to get both him and one gear? One gear is all you need, but two is stupid strong with his multis. I'll tell you that for showdown. It's stupid strong. All right, next. Nikki Cross, while she's one of the better lady powerhouses, China's better. I use Julia over her. But she does unlock the Wyatt 6 moment. So there is that. That is one of the good things that she does. If you don't, I say she unlocks it. You need, a fifth character? A fourth or fifth character. So you either need Howdy or her. Either or to unlock that moment. She's still okay. There's a lot stronger ladies now. She was very good when she first came out. She's still good, but she's kind of starting to fall a little bit into the meh category now that we've got better with China. Ilya falls into the same category as JBL. He is the GOAT. Strong as shit. Does need a green Piper plate to be that strong. But you can still, if you've got the moment, you can still get close to 100 million without the green Piper plate. You just use, Mosh. You could use a regular Piper plate or a Buzzard's Beak, something like that. Anything like that. But Mosh works for him. Memrock and green, which is Zombie Chelsea. Um, very, very much so. Yeah. Hornswoggle, I'm a little indifferent with. His price tag is appropriate. If you have the gear, he's a yeah. If you don't have the gear, he's a meh. It's just one gear. One gear is all you need. Yes on Viscera, meh on Bray Wyatt, and no on Solo. Bray, well, he can hit. You do need Leo. You do need a Steve Sticks, and there's just far better, to be honest. Uh, he becomes okay with those things, but it's really slow, and he just didn't hold up at gold. You know, he was the king of 6-star silver. He just didn't quite transfer into gold as well. All right, moving on, we're gonna go with oh hell yeah, ooh yeah. He's still very, very good. Every meta he gets a little bit better. Vader, we're gonna go with the meh. Vader's a 100 million hitter with no multis. So there is that utility. The thing is, he needs the nearing end and the Black Rumble in order to do so. You take away either one of those, he goes from 100 million down to 40 million. It's like 45 to 50 million ish. And there's just better homes for that Black Rumble. Unless you got multiple and one's just sitting there collecting dust. Meh. He's move damage. Move damage doesn't last long. Let's go ahead and scoot this up. And let's just go ahead and fill it out. Meh. Yes, 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 yes. Fuck no. For me, she's number 2. Green Piper plate that I share with Ilya. I've got her gear now from the last feud, which is just an MP gear. She does not need the gear. Her green gem damage is all that you're focused on. So really easy entourage. The green Piper plate is the hardest thing to get for her. But once you got one, man, she slaps. And mine's only on 100% strap, I believe. So there's room for improvement. And I hit 150 million with her. Gunther needs drip yeet. Very, very strong. Gunther is stupid strong, especially if you double up. I've got a video, I think, somewhere of him doubling up, and it's freaking huge. Devon, it's more for era than anything, but he can easily hit over 100 mil. You do need some things. I'm not going to lie. He is a whaley character, meaning you need the whale things to get there. Moments, 500% plates, things like that. We're not even going to talk about Aleister Black. Everybody knows one click does 40 million, but that's it. That's all he's got. He does not get any better. Becky is a Build-A-Bear character. The more you put in her, the better she gets. At that price tag, sure. She was an A tier, so most people should have her at this point, but she's very, very strong. Going down to our next row, we want to watch the price tag of this and say, well, I could get off the main price wall. On the main price wall, this is 14K. It's 3K right here. So this is a grab, but it's one of those that do you have the currency after you make your player selection? Or if you're not making a player selection, by all means, grab another one. Or grab one. Very good plate. Everybody had an opportunity to get this last MLC. Hopefully you got one. Very strong plate. Parrot plate. Very, very strong. I don't really like the price tag on this. This is a good plate. It's still a yeah plate. I just don't like the price tag. These down here, no. This is available on any other prize wall. Specifically, the blue has been readily available for way cheaper on other prize walls. The rest of the plates we're not worried about. And that's it. Keep in mind, this prize wall ends Friday at reset. You have to make a decision before then, even if your decision is to just get something off the main. All right, moving right along over to our main. If you got JBL, grab one gear at a minimum. If you're able to grab two, sure. All of these gears are yeses, by the way. Yes, yes, yes. Boy, did I spend some money getting those. I could have waited it out. All of these gears are yes, 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 yes. Yes, the Becky gear, the purple set is better than the Crossbreak set. Yes, it is. So, yes, her gear is necessary. Alliance Austin, 150% to black gem, sure. This one is 200% to yellow gem. That's big, 200%. Keep in mind, though, to get Austin to hit, you need the Bloodsucker, which is available later. This is MP, but it's huge, right? MP on a low MP person does really good. These have been available so many times before. If you don't have them by now, shame on you. Moving on, plates. Man, first time in a long time that we see this dog, and they put a big price tag on it. That's almost double what these are. And to be honest, in today's meta, these are more useful in today's meta, honestly. Now, granted, we're starting to see a comeback of the Yellow Piper plate. We have Los Americanos that came out at the end of the last MLC that utilizes one. A lot of reversals, though, that you have to watch out for. So there is that. But he utilizes the Piper plate. I know a lot of people have had a hard time getting them. The green has more value than the yellow for me currently. Just because there's more green that have multiplies than this. But Regal, all of them definitely still very strong. With the yellow, just to me, again, not as strong as the green, and just has more homes for our Punks, Gauntlets, and our Yeets in today's hype meta. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't get people in the future that use Yellow Piper with Maltese or a big buff or something like that. But currently, it's just kind of meh. All right. Yeet plate, Yeet and a drip. You want them together. If you've, pulled a drip but you don't have a yeet to go with it, you definitely want to get the set. You don't have to pull both if you already have, a couple of these sitting in the chamber, because that is the same price as it. So keep that in mind. These two, again, together, unless you already have a butt plug for Kelly Kelly. That's the main person you want that for. It's okay in AJ Styles. There's other plates that you could put in place of the butt plug in AJ Styles. I waited until this wall was live, and I am happy I did, because this is half the price of the previous wall that went down for the last MLC. So I am very happy I waited. I am chasing a second one of these, but again, if I miss it again on this one, I don't really care. These plates, this is the one that I was telling you, look at the price tag difference. It was $3K on opening week. It's a very good plate. This paired with this is fine for Haku. That's all I run. I don't have the rainbow plate on Haku. This one does plenty of damage on him when they are combined. Not worried about this. Not worried about that. Not worried about that. Meh. Too high of a price tag. and not worried about anything else on here. Roll the dice with your spare change on straps. Don't forget to grab your hype as needed. So a lot of good characters in here. A lot of good characters in here, including Eddie, Dom, Haku, uh, El Grande, Ilya, Joe Hendry, kind of, right? He's kind of good. Seth Rollins, the Viper. I'm not big on this Dom or this CM Punk. Not even a little bit. But still, his hype is cheap. You know, if you don't have. All right. Um, you definitely want to get plates and gears. I'm going to say more gears than plates. You don't want to miss out on these hype options either. Because this is what makes our characters usable. You know, what's the point in having a character like, say you got Ilya, but you don't have any hype on him? He's just stuck at 2. Well, getting this will help you get him to 3, which I'm more inclined to use somebody at 3 than I am at 2, right? But the idea is to get them to 4 without having to use wild. Once they get to a certain point, then I'm okay with dumping a little bit of wild. So, like, my Ilya right now is sitting at 75. So, I only need 35 to get him there, which this right here means I'm only using 5 wild. That's worth it. You know, especially at 2K. Let's say you're not interested, you've got the gears, you've got all the characters because, you know, you've spent for them. Then this hype wall is really what's going to be interesting. If you've already got all those characters and you've got the gears, then it's just plates and hype for you. And there's nothing wrong with that because, again, getting the hype to get these, you know, she's got a really good super sub, so I'm not going to fully count her out. And you were able to get her hype in other tours. So what kills me is that we had Liv the previous year, a year ago. That's better than Thea. That kills me. A year later, and we got another female striker, but she's somehow worse than the previous years. That's just how they develop the game, though. Not saying it's a good way, but a lot of really good hype. Don't pass on this. You want to be this to me has more value than the 200% straps. As long as you got a gem damage strap on each of your characters that you're using, that's enough. The 200% are nice, but you want to be able to use them. Hype makes them usable. Then, of course, you have your shards down here. Get what you need as far as shard-wise. Again, you don't want to get silly things, right? You don't... meh. He's not bad. He's just meh. You want to focus on recruiting. Even if these don't recruit the person for you. If it gets you within the playing field. We just finished the Eddie thing. If you put forth a good effort, you should be somewhat close to where this should, if it doesn't recruit him, it should recruit him by the end of the MLC, this MLC for you, as long as his shards are available. So there's that. All right. Outside of that, there's resources. Don't give a shit. You know, get your resources from the game itself. The only resource that we're getting from here is this right here. Everything else, besides these, you could grab a handful of these or something like that. But you're using your extras to get those. You're not using your primary. Outside of that, get these resources elsewhere. And that's it. 2 prize walls, 20-minute video. Happy about it. Looks like it's another good MLC. You're going to be able to get Bubba Indy and KO from Keys. Huge wins for the free-to-play community or anybody that doesn't have them. The Wall, great opportunity for some good plates. More excited about the gears than I am the plates this Wall. I, of course, my focus for me is axe. Past that, nothing really besides the bloodsucker plate, and I might grab a butt plug for AJ. I might. I just think that would slow him down, though. Outside of that, I ain't mad. There's definitely some good items here. So, make some smart decisions. Make some timely decisions. Right, for the prize wall that ends this Friday at reset. Make some timely decisions, but make some long-term decisions. You don't want to go all in on somebody like Punk, who you probably won't use for very long. You want to focus more on somebody like a Haku or an Ilya that are more long-term characters for you than what a Punk would do. Again, there's nothing wrong with investing a little bit into him, but we don't want to go all in on him. There's just better opportunities. You'll have better in Bubba than you will in Punk. And you do need a yellow snowfall plate for Bubba, but Bubba has a much higher potential than Punk does. Oh, we're starting to go over that 20-minute mark. That's a wrap, gang. Make some smart decisions. You want to make some early decisions, and then after this week, you wait till the end. Get all your ducks in a row. That way you could have a full picture and just have a game plan, a plan A, and then a plan B. One is plan A is if you get enough prize wall. Plan B is if you didn't get enough. So here's my other options. But wait till the very end after Friday. Okay? Later.